Hello and welcome to the Binding of Isaac episode 32, I believe. It's been a while. Not for you, but for me, because it has today been exactly 1 month since I last recorded an episode. It was the 3rd of July, and it is now the 3rd of August. What is in this treasure room? Little Steven, that's not bad. Early conjoined progress, and it's actually quite a good familiar. But yeah, it's been so long that I have so much to talk about, and I don't know how I'm going to. But today I have one topic in particular, and that is the Spider-Man film. Because I saw it on opening day almost a week ago now, and I saw it again on Friday, I think it was. So exactly 1 week from this episode. So basically, yeah, I've seen it twice. I love the film, and I just need to talk about it. So as much as I want to catch you up on everything else that's happened in the last month, I think it's a good idea to talk about this. First and foremost, I will take that Ace of Diamonds. I just want to see if there is a curse room that I can use with the full card. There is not. So I'll just take the Ace of Diamonds to the next floor. Yeah. I could also try and find the secret room. It's probably here. It is. Get some coins. That's not bad. And a luck up penny. Lovely. But yeah, so much has happened in the last month. I've been on so many little trips and not adventures. That sounds kind of silly. But I've done so much that I never really would normally, because normally I just sit inside all day. But I've been quite sociable, which is rare for me. So I've got so much to talk about, but I can save that for another time. Matchbook. Sure, I'll take a black heart and some bombs. I don't really care about that trinket. We're just going to keep going. But yeah, I'm on Tainted Azazel today, by the way, if I didn't mention. Because I don't think I've made a video on him yet, and he's a fun character. There was a daily run, yesterday or the day before. It was Tainted Azazel, and I found it fun, so we're back with it today. Maybe there's a crawl space or something over here if I push this. On top of everything as well, I have a job, finally, for the first time in a long time, and it is funeral burying. I carry coffins into crematoriums or churches, or bury them, which is quite interesting. So that is a big life change. But I'll talk about that another time. Today we are talking about Spider-Man. Magic fingers could be worse. Also, I think it goes without saying, support has been crazy. In the last month, I think I've gained over 50, maybe 60 subscribers. Lockdown sucks, but at least we aren't negative now. Yeah, I'm blown away. The death certificate video, the unlocking of it. Oh, wow, that's annoying. I genuinely didn't think it was going to get more than 50 views. I really didn't. That could be super secret room. It is. Because I don't think it's good gameplay whatsoever. It's grittier mode. It's not amazing. And it's now my most viewed Isaac video on 3,500 views. Absolutely insane. I cannot believe it. Hopefully this is a secret room so we get into the boss challenge. We do. But yeah, thank you so much for that. And any other as well. We're getting on average between 200 to 500 views per video. I genuinely expected to get maybe 20 to 50 maximum. So thank you so much for the support. Push that up there. Nice. Not that we needed the chance, but we get free money for it. Oh, it's Curse the Maze. I did not realize. Yeah, thank you just so much for everything. There's also another video that isn't Isaac that will be coming out relatively soon, that I did with a couple of other friends on the Gamble with Your Friends game. So I'm going to look to edit that. It might be up before this. I don't know, but look out for that. Anyway, let me get into my thoughts, because I don't want this to be like the Obsession video where I spend 10 minutes at the end after I've already beaten the game talking about the film. I want to talk about it throughout the video. So I have my big list of notes. It should be double the size, but I wanted to keep it somewhat contained. Counterfeit's great. I should have picked it up beforehand. And I might think of things as I go along that aren't on my list as well, but we'll see. Got Tainted Azazel, so fun. Nice and easy. As usual with these sort of reviews, I'm going to start with my dislikes just to get them out of the way, and then we can end on a more positive note. So yeah, what is in here though? I'm not really too bothered about that. I'll buy a key. Why not? I have the money for it. I should donate, but I'll leave it for now. So my main dislike for the film, the first thing I've written down, is that the main villain wasn't exactly a Spider-Man villain, especially when we had an entire montage at the beginning and some other bits throughout the film with Spider-Man villains. I'm gonna go Angels, I think. But we had Scorpion show up 3 times in the film. Great. We had Tombstone at the beginning. We had Boomerang. We had another person who he slammed his head into the wall. I can't remember the name of the villain. But that's another one of his rogues. We had Tarantula. We had a lot of stuff. But the main villain in the end, also spoiler warning if you haven't seen the film, a ton of people might click off if they haven't seen the film, but this is what the channel is. I talk about films, I review them, or shows, or what's going on in my life. So I apologize in advance. I need to take this pill. Amazing. And tears up, great. Spoiler warning now, if you haven't seen it, click off. Or if you don't care, then yeah, whatever. So the main villain of the film, there was sort of two. It was Jean Grey, played by Sadie Sink, which is what everyone thought she was going to be playing, and the Department of Damage Control. More so, I think it's difficult to say which one's the main one for me, because Department of Damage Control was like, they killed Jean's sister, they set her on this path. Jean did some bad things, which I'll get into later, which I didn't really like, but she was very, very villainous in this film. And that kind of disappointed me because I was hoping it'd be a main Spider-Man villain. Originally, we thought it might be the Hand was the main villain. That ended up being a bit of a disappointment to me, although still cool at the same time. But I'll get into that. Yeah, it was just a bit disappointing. So yeah, the Hand ended up being the shot where everyone thought, oh, there's some people that have been edited out of the trailer. It wasn't. It was just in the beginning montage. It was showing the Hand versus Spider-Man, and then there was the prison bit, which everyone thought, oh my god, he's breaking Daredevil out of prison to fight the Hand. I can get these all for free if I do this. But no, that wasn't the case. So in the film, the Hand is working for the DODC as like a security team, which I'm not sure I liked that much. I'm not gonna lie, because I think the Hand is just too good of a like villain to be just some lackey. I might keep How to Jump, you know. I could get a Soul Heart from Book of Revs, but I don't really want to fight a horseman right now. But yeah, I didn't like the Hand being kind of just this like private army more than like a big bad, because we've seen how strong they are in Daredevil before in season 2, and then in Defenders, which I really like that show. A lot of people hate it. I like Defenders a lot. But to see the Hand go from this crazy organization, like this immortal organization, to what they were in Brand New Day, I was a bit disappointed. So yeah, on the first rewatch, the Yelena scenes seemed a bit out of place. I wasn't really feeling the comedy of it. Wow, a holy card's cool. Tractor beam, that's nice, that's tears. Doesn't really affect anything else, so that's just good. Oh, and wait. Oh my god, I've got my mods off. Oh, I did not realize. Okay, but I've been doing a lot of data runs. I've got no mods on. I think if I turn them on, it might break the game, because I've had that before. So no specialist danced. Okay. Well, we'll take a stopwatch, and we'll leave it at that. And I'll blow up the keeper as well. But yeah, the Yelena scenes, the comedy felt a bit weird to me. I don't know why. I think it was leaked beforehand that there would be a scene where Peter and Yelena were naked together, and I didn't believe it. And then I saw it, and I was like, oh god, okay, this is real. And I think that kind of just put me off when watching it for the first time. But on second watch, I enjoyed it a lot more. I enjoyed the comedy of it a lot more. And it didn't feel as out of place. Celtic Cross is not bad. I'll also fight the Angel, so I get more Angel chance. I wrote this note on the first viewing, not the second viewing. It felt about out of place. I wasn't the biggest fan of it. I've since come around to it, I think, a bit more. And oh god, I don't have my indicators showing me when they're going to do stuff. I have to actually use skill now. Yeah, I don't know. That's great. I like, in retrospect now, that it is connecting the larger universe together, which is a main part of this film I really liked. I liked that it still felt like a grounded Spider-Man film, despite having all these characters. I'm also going to... Oh, Ace of Diamonds is not what I thought it was. I thought it doubled my coins. I'm an idiot. But yeah, I liked that you had all these characters from like all these Avengers films or TV shows like The Punisher. I shouldn't have blown that up, by the way. Our pills have been great. Oh my god. But I liked how it had all that, but yet still felt grounded like a Spider-Man film. These introductions they weren't even cameos. They felt like they had purpose in the film, and I liked that. It just felt like a comic book, how these random characters would show up that are in the story, but they're not taking the limelight or making it feel like it's too much, which is what I thought it would be beforehand. I didn't know that there would be a montage at the beginning with all the enemies. I thought there'd be too many characters in this film, but they did well in the end. Ooh, more options is great. And I'll take the reverse card. Reverse Devil, what does that do again? Okay. A scene I did not like. I mean, I didn't not like it, but for the sake of it, I'm going to say this. Why did they have to make MJ fall again? They've done that scene so many times. It was good, but God, stop, like, giving us flashbacks to Gwen from TASM. I did not need that. But, yeah, it wasn't a dreadful scene. It was just like, I saw it, I was like, God, please don't do this again. I didn't think they'd kill her off like that, and they didn't, but there was the fear for a second of, oh my God, they're doing this scene again. Ooh, I'll take that. We don't really need counterfeit anymore. Next thing, I think that possibly... Ooh, I really want the peeper here, but I can't really take it. I'll take Fruity Plum. Watch me get a bomb now, but you never know. Yeah, I think that possibly he should have died at the end when he got shot by Punisher. I know there's the storyline leading into Secret Wars that people talk about a lot, which is Kraven's last hunt, I think. He dies at the end and then the symbiote revives him for Secret Wars. And a lot of people thought that might happen because, actually no, I think it happens in the Brand New Day comic as well. I think he dies in that at the end. Forgive me if I'm wrong. I really don't know. I'm just going off what other people have said and what I've heard and trying to piece it all together. But I heard rumors of that beforehand, that he might die, and then I saw it and I was like, oh my God, this is going to happen. I've just realized I have how to jump. I could have got Peeper. I can also get those bombs. But yeah, I really thought that was going to happen, but I do kind of like the way that Jean kept him alive by breathing for him. I will admit that. Ow. Too far, it's nice. But yeah, I think that could have been a good way to lead into Secret Wars, but we'll see how they do it. I'm sure they have a good plan for it, which is why they didn't do that. Also, this is going to be a very long video probably if I'm talking the whole way through. I didn't like, another thing I didn't like Hulk not saying that he remembers Peter, like when he like gives in and just like doesn't fight anymore. I thought that like in that moment he'd say Hulk remembers Peter like he does in the comics. There's like the famous thing that everyone was going on about after No Way Home. They're like, oh, Hulk's probably the only one that remembers him. And it looks like he kind of does, but he doesn't actually say anything about it. And then, I don't know. I get why they didn't, because we haven't seen them interact on screen. They're like Savage Hulk. We've never seen him interact with Peter, so he might not know him at all. Getting a devil here kind of sucks, I'm not gonna lie. Oh, look in it though. Is Eye of Belial good here? I don't know how it works with Brim. No, I'm not gonna take it. I'm not gonna take it. Yeah, I thought that might have been a better way to do the whole like Hulk being subdued thing at the end, but it's fine. One thing I really didn't like, Denexel, that kind of sucks. I didn't like Jean, basically, I assume, from what we can tell, killing that guy by making him step in front of the car. That felt really like out of place. So yeah, I really don't know about that. I get that she was, I might take this. I know there's a full card there. Ooh, I might see if I could do boss rush. I get that she's angry about her sister and she's trying to do anything, but I didn't think that we'd see Jean Grey killing innocent people like that without the Phoenix. If there was the excuse that the Dark Phoenix took over or something and that's why she was evil, fair enough. But I don't think that's what happened at all. I mean, I know that's not what happened. They would have clarified it. So instead, they just had her killing an innocent person like that, an old man. That felt really off to me. Didn't like it. And on top of that, I think she was just too villainous in general, to the fact where I don't think she should have got away with it. I know Peter's very forgiving. I know that was the whole point of the film. That's the theme, that he's meant to just be good no matter what and just trust people and be nice to people. That's what Aunt May was saying, and that's what she told to Jean at the end and everything. The whole great power comes great responsibility, but in a different kind of way, not in like a cheap repeating kind of way. But yeah, I still think it's very weird that she got away with no consequence at all after what she did. So yeah, but that's just my thoughts on that. I didn't really like that aspect of it. I think there should have been some consequences. I also don't... Oh, pop. I don't know how that works with this, so I kind of don't want to take it. I'm not going to lie. It's not my favorite item in the game. Can I get this key, please? Oh my God. And I've just spent a key. Okay, whatever. You know what? Fine. Yeah. Another thing I didn't like, I don't mind that they weren't in the film as like a big part, but I don't like that there was no mention of Kingpin or Daredevil at all. Daredevil should have been mentioned because Punisher's a main part of the film. Not even one tiny little mention of him. That's weird to me. Should have mentioned it even a little bit. Especially with the hand being there. Not that Frank saw the hand, but he should have said something. Even just a little reference. And also the fact Kingpin wasn't mentioned, especially after the result of Born Again Season 2, should have been mentioned. Even just in passing, should have been mentioned. Especially with how he's so anti-vigilante, and now the whole city's getting behind and loving a vigilante. It should have there should have been something. So I didn't like that. Especially when the film as a whole has like the whole MCU coming together and feeling more connected with all these characters, like I mentioned earlier, that I really liked. That part felt very disconnected in comparison. So not really a big fan of that. It felt a bit, I don't know, weird that there was one part that was so connected and one that wasn't. But that is everything I've got for dislikes written down. There's probably way more that I can think of, but for now, that is that. Let me get into the likes. What have we got in here? We have Metronome and D20. Not really what I'm looking for. Breakfast, sure, I'll get health up. I don't know if that stays. It does. Lovely. Right, first like, I love Hulk being in the film. I do. For so many reasons, but mainly because it perfectly encapsulates what the film is about. Because this film is all about... Oh my god, I don't have time machine. Oh, that sucks. This is going to take so long. I need to hurry up, actually, for a boss rush. Oh my god, I've taken way too long. What am I doing? I got too caught up in talking about the film. I forgot there's 2 treasure rooms as well. Okay, let me get into my likes in a minute. I don't think I'm making it. Oh, it's definitely like all the way top left, and I've got a D4. I might D4 later on. I'll take it. Probably not, but I might. The boss is definitely all the way top left, so I am in no way, shape, or form getting boss rush. That really sucks, which means I should probably go back for Devil. Nah, you know, I'll just keep going with the full card. This episode's less about talking, less about gameplay, more about what I want to talk about. Okay, let's not lose my chance, please. Also, go back and get the heart. Wow, treasure rooms have not been great. Oh, I wasn't looking. I was looking at the map. Oh, free devil item, though, from the Fallen. Guppy's collar. Love to see it. Okay. Just be careful, because I'm quite low. I've been kind of stupid with this. I've wasted too much health this run. Nice. We're going to go up, and we get an angel, which is lovely. Star of Bethlehem, I really like that. I really, really do. I wish it was in this room, though, but of course it's in the boss room. So we could now fight Mega Satan if we want, but I don't think I will. And let's go. Anyway, yeah, I love Hulk being in the film because it is just perfect for the theme. Because the theme is all about Peter trying to repress his monstrous transformation and then realizing that he doesn't have to because it's just part of him and it's part of his evolution. And it's the struggle with the internal monster and the internal battle. And you have that same thing with the Hulk. That is the Hulk as a whole. It's him trying to fend off the beast inside of him and sort of failing and having the difficult back and forths with it, of sometimes just accepting it and then trying to get rid of it. And it's a whole back and forth thing that happens all the time. But I think it's really great how in the end Peter just accepts that this isn't something bad inherently. Oh my god, what's going on? And that he just needs to accept that he's changing and that it's potentially a good thing. That was a terrifying room. I need to find some health ASAP. Oh my god. I haven't died in a video in a long time. I'm worried it might happen now. Polaroid and Celtic Cross doing wonders. Boss room is right below. I really need health. I don't know what to do here. I don't know if these can drop health. Okay, there's a soul heart. That's good. I thought they might be able to. I want to talk about the film so much more, but I don't want to die here. Come on, drop a heart. Thank you. Okay, and I'll blow this up, and I'll blow this up, and hopefully there is a heart. Okay, we should be fine. Yeah, I loved the Hulk, and I loved the kind of theme of the film and everything it was trying to portray in that sense. Okay, I can't really stand in Bethlehem because it's like the worst boss for it, I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, so we're sitting back and just poking it like this. That was a very boring fight. Health up, yes, please. Thank you very much. That might have saved us quite a bit. The swinging in this film was better than anything we've seen in a Tom Holland movie yet, except for some bits in No Way Home where they were all swinging together, all 3 of the Spider-Men. That was really good. How they were swinging off each other with like the webs and everything. Obviously with the webs, but you know what I mean. Like onto each other's webs. So yeah, I thought that was really good. And I think it's because of the practical swinging, which I can't remember the name. I think it's John Watts, the director of No Way Home. He said in an interview somewhere that he doesn't like practical swinging. He doesn't think it works. He thinks it looks rubbish. And I love that they kind of proved him wrong with this film because it looked so good in this film, and it reminded me of TASM, the way they do web swinging in that, because it just looks so authentic and real, and it makes you feel like Spider-Man is real. So I really enjoyed that. And they also copied not copied, but they took inspiration from, which is another thing I want to talk about, Insomniac games. Zendaya and Tom Holland have said themselves that they love the games and they want to take inspiration from it in the future. And there was a lot of talk about how like from the director and Tom, how there was a lot of inspiration from Insomniac games in the film itself. And you could see that because there's so many parts of the film that you can just look at and be like, wait, I've done that before with a controller. I've done that in a game before, which was really cool. Because I love number 1. I love Spider-Man 1 on the PS4. And then I didn't get to play number 2. I still haven't played it because it came out late on PS5, on PC, sorry, and I don't have a PS5. But it's still on my wish list, and it goes on discount every now and then, and I'm looking at getting it soon. I still watched the, I watched some gameplay of it though, and some story stuff from walkthroughs. The Rad Brad, of course. Yeah, but anyway, what I'm saying is, I love the games, and I love how much they took from the games and put it in. They had some finishes. They had a lot of the swinging, the stuff with the tank, the stuff with the helicopter. There was so much that they took from the game. 7 Seals is okay. I'll go to Hush. Do I go to Hush, actually? Hush might be really bad. Hush might get us killed. I don't think we're strong enough for Hush. I know I'm quick. I know I'm here or I'm quick enough for it, but I'm not doing it. But yeah, I love that they took inspiration from the game. I think it's so smart, and they did it so well. I'm not going to go in that cursed room because I don't know how much health I have, and I don't have a full card, and it's one heart of health per hit, so it's not worth it. Range up, don't need that. Eyes through goggles. Oh my god, I love that you could see his eyes through the goggles. It's such a cool idea, and I think they did it really well. How that in certain light and certain angles you can see Tom's eyes through his goggles. They weren't completely opaque, or whatever the word is. You could see emotion through them, and I loved it. It was so good. It made him feel like a real person, which they also did with the suit, because I love the suit in general because they made it less skin tight. There was ripples in it when he flew. It just looked like an actual piece of clothing rather than what it looks in the previous Tom Holland films, where it's just like skin tight or CGI. It was an actual proper practical suit, and I loved it. And yeah, there's so many scenes where you can see his eyes through the goggles. The Hulk, like with the Hulk or Zendaya, there's there must be at least 10, 20 points in the film where you can see his eyes from it, and it looks so good. I'm taking too much damage here. This is actually scary again. This is actually a really weak run. I'm not gonna lie. I know I have stopwatch. I'm just playing phenomenally bad. Thank you for the health. Oh my god. The camera work in this film as well. Oh my god. There's a lot of scenes where Spider-Man will do a flip or like just go upside down in like for a bit, and the camera will follow him rather than just showing him upside down. We see him like the right way up. It's so good. In the opening scene with the crane, they did that so well that I got vertigo a bit, in the sense of like I'm really bad with heights. If I'm standing up high, I'll get like if I stand still on the floor and look up at the sky, I get dizzy or like I almost fall over. It's really bad. That opening shot did something to me to where I felt like that, which was kind of crazy. But I loved it for it because it made me feel like I was up there with him, which is, I don't know, it might be cringy to say, but like the film made me feel like that. It was so well done, I think. All right, nice. Into second phase. Oh, let me lock in here quickly. Nice, okay. I don't know how much health we're on. But there's specific points, not just the opening scene. There was a scene with the Hulk, where he was like running in a Curse the Blind. Are you kidding? Oh my god, I was really 1 health. Jesus, Curse the Tower. Oh, I might be dead. It might be time to D4. Okay, interesting build. We've got Monstros. I've got so much more health, but at the same time I haven't, because I need health. We don't have stopwatch anymore. Oh, we have broken stopwatch. That's interesting. Okay, thank you, broken stopwatch in this scenario. Wow, we've actually... This is not bad. This might be better. Can we get some health, please? Like some hearts. Thank you. Yeah, there's a scene where he's running in the corridor, Hulk following him, and he does like a kind of walks on the ceiling a bit, and it follows him. It's so good. Likewise, in the final scene with the hand, he does like a spin to go upside down. Do we have full speed actually? Oh god, we do. I did not see that. And yeah, it flips up to him. It's so good. I love that scene with all my heart. It's beautiful. The choreography and like just the camera work in the hand fight at the end. Perfection. Absolute perfection. I loved Frank in this film. Is this... Oh yeah. Oh, I shouldn't have taken that, for God's sake. I've got let's go back. I love Frank in this film. I love how they did him in a PG manner, but he's still Frank. You can still tell it's the same character. And I love that they made him... I don't know, just... I like the way that they made him. One of my favorite scenes is the way I love how he acts at the end in the hospital. And I love when Sadie takes over him and like with the mannerisms of Jean Grey in Punisher, with how she's saying how he's got issues, but like the way he walks when the Hulk turns into Savage Hulk and he's just over at the side and he's like, yeah, good luck with that, Peter. And it's like his stance, the way he stands, his posture, he says it in such a zesty way. It's so good. I just love the way he acts in that. And I think John Bernthal, what a performance. I love the range that he can play Punisher in both ways. And the chemistry was phenomenal. I love Daredevil and Punisher chemistry. This rivaled it. I didn't think it would get anywhere close. It rivaled it in a different way, but a perfect way. And I hope we see more of this partnership in the future. Villain montage at the beginning, really good as well. I loved seeing, is it Marvin Jones III, I think his name is? Anyway, the guy who plays Tobias in Black Lightning. I loved him in that when I saw that. I used to love Black Lightning. And then he also played Tombstone in Across the Spider-Verse, the voice actor, and then he got to play it in live action in this film, even though it was for 5 seconds. Such a good job. Oh, that's not good. Actually, it's not bad. It's just, that's okay. I shouldn't have taken that health down as well. Yeah, I hope we see more Tombstone in the future, especially after we got Tombstone in Spider-Noir. It was cool to see a different version in Brand New Day. Oh my god, thank you, Gimpy, for giving me health. Oh, anti-grav's so bad. Oh, this is so bad. Oh no. Or it could be good, actually. Okay, maybe that is good. We'll see. I didn't see that spider. Oh no, we might be dead here. I need a health drop ASAP. Oh my god, thank you. Okay, anti-grav might be working. Bucket of lard, amazing. That's very lucky. We've been given a lifeline. Yeah, the high tier might make, I don't know what I've gone Aussie, might make anti-grav work, because I could just spam it like that. I loved the organic powers, like the organic webs to a scent, like to a degree. I do prefer mechanical webbing and the web shooters, but I think as an evolution of the character, it's good. I think it's way better than how we did it with Toby, where it started off as it. I like that there was an evolution, and I like how much it added to the character, with his, like, the whole monster and trying to keep it back thing and trying to change. Really good. And I like the way they portrayed it. I like that he was freaked out by it. I think he should have been. And I like that there was the connection between Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man and that he had that insight into how it worked. So that he wasn't completely freaked out. He was like, okay, no, this can happen, more than what is this? I've never seen this before in my life. I thought that was cool. Ow. We're still in danger here. I don't think I can fight Delirium. I love how depressed he is. That's something I loved as well. That was really good. Not to be mean to him, of course. Oh, thank you, Broken Stopwatch. But I think everyone loves when Peter Parker's depressed, because it adds so much more to his character. He's not meant to be the super happy guy, because then he's not Spider-Man. Oh my god, holy light. If he walks into the anti-grav, he gets, he's also getting sucked into it because I have Strange Attractor. I did not realize that. Do I even try for Delirium? Why not? Damn, that holy light was crazy. But yeah, I love how depressed he is. I loved MJ not loving him. I really like that. I was really worried that the film would start back up and it's like, oh, he's back with MJ, which would have made, like, everything that happened in No Way Home kind of null and void after he didn't tell her at the end. It was kind of like, okay, this is the end of the chapter. We're not actually bringing, like, the love story back. And I think that's good because it opens avenues for other characters. It opens avenues for Gwen Stacy. But more importantly, I'd love to see Black Cat get Felicia Hardy as the love interest for the next film. I think that would be so good. And it's something they haven't done in live action before, as far as I'm aware. Except from TASM 2, but we don't talk about that because it was cut. We saw Felicity Jones as Felicia Hardy, but she didn't really do anything. So, oh my god, how am I safe there? But this is the perfect opportunity to bring something like that into it. Or Silver Sable, or just any, I don't know, any love interest that isn't MJ. As much as I love MJ as a love interest, we've obviously grown apart from this. Something tells me she'll be in the next film anyway, though. We'll see. The soundtrack's perfect as well. I really, really enjoyed the soundtrack, especially, I'm not like a massive Tame Impala fan because I just don't listen to it. I know there was that song Dracula that was popular for a while. I don't know if the song Loser, which is in this film, came out before it or it's new or whatever. I really liked it. I think it fit really well for the scene, especially because he was just depressed, and the song choice made you feel it even more, I think. So really good decision on that. And then the credit scene as well. Steve Lacy, I think his name is. He spoiled that Jean Grey was in the film when he wasn't meant to. Great song at the end though. Really, really, really liked it. I love an end credit song. Black Panther, Shang-Chi, No Way Home, all phenomenal credit scenes. And yeah, I'm very glad that Brand New Day had another one like that. Already talked about this, but the Hulk being back is great. I love that it was Savage Hulk. I love that they didn't... People say they nerfed him. I don't think they did, because he still got his hands on Peter at the end, and he would have killed him if he wasn't talked out of it. I don't think that's detriment to the Hulk as a character being able to be talked out of it, because these are characters that are friends. Like, if it was an enemy, like if Abomination grabbed Hulk at the end and was like, "Don't kill me," or something like that, like, and Hulk was like, "Actually, yeah, no, I shouldn't beat the hell out of this guy. I should be nice." Maybe that'd be a bit weird, because he shouldn't have been talked out of it by an enemy like that, but it's Spider-Man. I don't mind. Guillotine could be dangerous here, I'm not gonna lie. I don't think I'll take that. But yeah, I like the... oh, we can see everything because of the sun card. I don't think he was nerfed at all. I think he was very strong in this film, and I liked it. I really liked his inclusion. Oh, this is delirium, but we have broken stopwatch active. We might be fine. Let's see. What else is there to talk about? I love the cocoon scene where he's falling down and the webs fall down, kind of like all destroyed. That attention to detail, I haven't seen anyone talk about it. I loved that. They didn't need to do that. They could have just had him fall down, and that's that. There's nothing, like, there's no ambient, like, stuff around. I really loved the debris of the organic webs falling down. It made it feel organic. And yeah, whoever's decision it was to do that, perfect. So it was so perfect. And I hope more people talk about that. I felt there's so much more I want to talk about, but I haven't got it written down. I'll probably think of it another time and be like, oh, I should have talked about it. But anyway, last thing. God, this video is going to be so long. I'm so sorry. Last thing is the post-credit scene. I mean, I can also talk about, I loved the relationship between Ned and MJ in this film with Spider-Man. I think the chemistry was perfect, even though they didn't know each other per se. I think that was really impressive that they had such a chemistry between the characters with them not knowing each other, except from Spider-Man knowing them. I really liked it. I really, really did. And I thought those characters were at their best in this film that they've ever been. Acting phenomenal from Zendaya and from is his name Jacob? Yeah, Jacob Batalon, I think it is. Phenomenal. Everyone did a great job. I love Jean Grey. Jean Grey was great in this film. Sadie Sink is so good. I can't wait for that in the X-Men film. God, everyone deserved their flowers from this film. Absolutely everyone. I loved Michael Mando finally as Scorpion. I've been waiting for that for so long. Although he was beaten up so quickly every time, we still saw him in 3 fights, technically. Amazing. But yes, anyway, post-credit scene to end it off. I have my theories. We see the spider tracker at the end. It zooms out. It goes off-world, past the moon, into open space, glitches out. You see it say there's a Spider-Man detected. Can I not die here, please? I have my theories. A lot of people... Well, no. So the film ended, and straight away I said to myself, it's a couple things. It could either be Secret Wars, and that's him on Battleworld as where he's been located, or it could be Toby, who might have come with the Fantastic Four on his way to Earth. Let's go! I don't know how I've won with this build, I'll never know. How I'm going to title this build, or like put it in the thumbnail, because there's no good items, I'll never know. Let me finish off talking. Also, let me D4 to see what I would have ended up with. Oh, that would have been really cool. I should have done that. Oh well. So yeah, I either think it's Secret Wars, I think he's on Battleworld, or I think it's Toby or another Spider-Man. People think maybe Miles. I don't know. Either way, we know people are hidden on that Fantastic Four ship, especially in the Doomsday trailer. We know people are. People have to be. If Thor is on the Fantastic Four ship, he's got on there somehow. I think there's other characters that they might have run into. I think that might be Toby. I think that might be him on his way. The only reason why people might not think that is because the tracker is still, it's not moving. Maybe it would be moving if it was on a ship. Maybe. I don't know. People also think maybe it's Venom and it's the symbiote coming to Earth, but it's already on Earth, which we saw at the end of No Way Home, and it wouldn't locate as Spider-Man, I don't think. So I think it's either Battleworld, because in the end of the film, it says Spider-Man will return. It doesn't say he will return in Doomsday. And I think with that being the next film in 4 months, they would have said Doomsday, if it was Doomsday. So I think he appears in Secret Wars, not Doomsday, along with Doctor Strange or something. And I think that's why they're hiding where he's returning, because that would kind of spoil Doomsday. I think there's a big plot point of why he's not in it, and we'll see that in Doomsday, and that's why they haven't announced it. I don't know. It's exciting. I'm very, very excited for it, and I like that it's so open-ended that it has us thinking. It feels like Prime MCU again. It feels like all these theories. I love it. once again, there's probably 1,001 things that I could say that I've probably forgotten about the film, but I loved it. I watched it twice, as I said. I want to see it a third time. I won't see it a third time in cinemas, but I can't wait for it to come out in digital. I don't know where I'd rank it. I don't think... It's difficult to say it's better than No Way Home, because No Way Home... No Way Home had nostalgia in the two of the Spider-Men, nostalgia in the old villains from the old films, and it had Spider-Man villains as the main villain. I think that means it's better than this film, because this film didn't have the main villain as a Spider-Man villain. But I do think that Spider-Man felt more like Spider-Man in this film, with like his swinging and the way he interacted with the public and just regular people and just everything, and some quips. I thought he felt more Spider-Man than No Way Home was, and I felt No Way Home was more just nostalgia bait. That might sound ridiculous because I love the film. It wasn't nostalgia bait completely because the characters had purpose. They weren't there just for nostalgia, for cameos. But I don't know, the joy of seeing that film in cinema, of No Way Home, was better than Brand New Day, even though I'll give Brand New Day 8.5 or a 9, and I'll probably give No Way Home a 9. I love both films, I do, but I love the suit better in Brand New Day, because I'm not a big fan of the Iron Spider suit. I don't know, it's difficult. They're very close. I think No Way Home's a little bit above Brand New Day. And then Brand New Day would go somewhere around this Tobey Maguire films, but just like maybe above or between of number 2. I don't know. It's very difficult. And then of course, Across and Into the Spider-Verse above everything, because it's just incredible what those films are. I also missed one very important thing. Somehow, completely forgot to write this down. The mutant collars. It is crazy that the MCU has introduced mutant inhibitor collars through Spider-Man, and that he is the one that is going to cause pain for every mutant in that universe. I think that's crazy and so unpredictable. I did not think they'd ever do that, or that it'd be this early. Yeah, he's going to get so much flack from the mutants if they find out he is the one that created the mutant inhibitor chips. I cannot believe I forgot to talk about that. My mind was blown when I saw that, and I was like, oh shit, this is like when he said the universal, and then the Hulk was like, you can use that on anyone. I was like, oh no, like wait, yeah, this is something, this is big. And then he used it on Jean. It's crazy, absolutely crazy that they've introduced that through this film, and I loved it. I also loved the small reference, not small, it's just a straight reference that he created the inhibitor chip based on the inhibitor chip from Doc Ock, because he obviously saw it in No Way Home and made in the new one. And yeah, it's just cool that they're referencing that again. So yeah, completely forgot about that. Thought I'd interject it right here. Anyway, that is it. I have no more to talk about that I can think of right now. It has been ages since I recorded one. It's been over a month. Hope you guys enjoyed. Sorry if I talk too much. And yeah, I don't know when I'll record the next one, but hopefully soon. Anyway, thank you very much for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Thank you for the support recently, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Have a good rest of your day. And goodbye. Let me jump in the chest. Hold on.